Me and Earl sit on this weathered old bench, same one we built when we still had a ranch. He's sipping black coffee, I'm holding green tea. We swap beer for our bellies and knees. He says, you know what's a while, sleeping past 5 is now a victory. I used to barely survive. We both laugh, cause it's painfully true. Then he leans in and says, ain't it funny what time will do? We talk about backs and bones, heartbreaks and grace, how the mirror's a stranger with my daddy's face. We trade old regrets like baseball cards and toast to survival and stubborn old hearts. It ain't over, no, not by a mile. We still got some stories, still got some style. So pull up a chair, friends, stay for a while. Let's talk about life, porch talk style. Earl says my daughter just taught me to text, but I still call cause I don't trust what comes next. I tried online dating last spring, matched with my neighbor, now that was the thing. We laughed till our guts feel like we did a sit-up, then we both wince cause it's hard to get up. He says I miss my knees more than I miss my youth. I say my hip pops now just to tell me the truth. We talk about backs and bones, heartbreaks and grace, how the mirror's a stranger with my daddy's face. We trade old regrets like baseball cards and toast to survival and stubborn old hearts. It ain't over, no, not by a mile. We still got some stories, still got some style. So pull up a chair, friends, stay for a while. Let's talk about life, porch talk style. Told him my buddy Joe finally retired. 3 days in, he looked lost, uninspired. Earl said, you need purpose, just like a truck. If it don't haul nothing, it'll seize right up. So now we volunteer at the shelter each week, fix up old bikes, share stories, just speak. And there's a kid named Milo who asked me last night, were you ever young? I just smiled, said, yeah, once, alright. We've lived through vinyl, 8-track and tape, outlived bad habits and one tax escape. Watch friends fade and grandkids grow tall, and somehow we still ain't done with it all. Earl got real quiet and cleared his throat, said Doc says it's serious but I ain't lost hope. I reached for his hand, just gave it a pat. Sometimes it's better than chatting all that. We looked at the sky, painting orange and blue. He smiled and said, hell, sunsets still look brand new. And I thought to myself, Lord, what a view. A life full of scars, but still walking through. We talk about backs and bones, heartbreaks and grace, how the mirror's a stranger with my daddy's face. We trade old regrets like baseball cards and toast to survival and stubborn old hearts. It ain't over, no, not by a mile. We still got some stories, still got some style. So pull up a chair, friends, stay for a while. Let's talk about life, porch talk style. You know, life doesn't slow down, it just changes pace. But there's wisdom and wrinkles and joy in this place. So don't count us out, we still laugh, we still cry, we still chase purpose till the day we die. Up to Joe's at 10:15, same back porch where we always begin. He poured 2 mugs from the old percolator, said, you first, brother, I'll talk later. Told him I cleaned out the shed on Monday, found her old letters dang near all day, then joined a class down at the Y on Wednesday, stretching things I didn't know I had, if I'm honest, friend. Same spot, same time, talking about life, what's working, what's hurting, and things that ain't right. A little more gray, but a whole lot of heart. 2 old fools trying not to fall apart, laughing at the mess, holding on to grace. In this back porch church we find our place. Same spot, same time, that's how we survive. Joe said Doc told me to ditch the bacon, but I told him, Doc, I ain't negotiating. He grinned, but I switched to oatmeal with berries, cause Martha watches now, and she's kinda scary. He said his knees ache worse in the morning, but he's been walking Gus even when it's storming. He's been journaling now, just 5 lines a day. Said it helps him sort the noise and show a little thing. Same spot, same time, talking about life, what's working, what's hurting, and things that ain't right. A little more gray, but a whole lot of heart. 2 old fools try not to fall apart, laughing at the mess, holding on to grace. In this back porch church we find our place. Same spot, same time, that's how we survive. We talked about Hank who passed last June, how he never saw his grandson bloom. Said we gotta call more, stop saying someday, cause hell, someday ain't promised anyway. Joe said I've been trying to sleep without TV, drinks start cheering now instead of whiskey. I told him I stopped scrolling at midnight sharp and swapped my phone for a book and my dog in my arms. We shared a silence, the kind that's gold, where nothing said, but it sure feels told. Then Joe laughed, remember when we were 30? I said yeah, and stupid, wild, and kinda dirty. He raised his mug, said here's to making it here, to every damn mile, mistaken tear, wouldn't change a thing. Well, maybe my back, and that time I bought that used Pontiac. Same spot, same time, talking about life, what's working, what's hurting, and things that ain't right. A little more gray, but a whole lot of heart. 2 old fools trying not to fall apart, laughing at the mess, holding on to grace. In this back porch church we find our place. Same spot, same time, that's how we survive. So if you got someone who's been there through it all, pick up that phone, give that old boy a call. There's healing, talking, and comfort in time. Same spot, same time, and that's how we climb. I remember when gas was $1 a gallon and neighbors waved when they drove on by. Now folks just stare down at glowing screens like the world passed them, and they don't ask why. We'd fix what's broke, not toss it away. Supper was hot and made every day. Now food comes in boxes and folks eat alone, while Alexa listens in like she owns your home. It ain't like it used to be, that's for sure. We had less stuff, but our hearts felt more pure. We talked face to face, not through a machine, and Sunday still meant something serene. Yeah, I miss the slow and the real and the free. It just ain't like it used to be. I met my wife at a county dance, not on an app where you swipe left or right. We courted slow under moonlit skies, not on selfies and emojis at night. And now kids can't spell without spell checking, and grown folks argue with strangers online. Heck, I miss a good porch sit, sunset sipping, not scrolling through drama on a digital shrine. It ain't like it used to be, that's for sure. We had less stuff, but our hearts felt more pure. We talked face to face, not through a machine, and Sunday still meant something serene. Yeah, I miss the slow and the real and the free. It just ain't like it used to be. Heard a boy say he never used a wrench, cause his drone does chores from a Bluetooth bench. Lord, we fixed our cars with grit and grease, now it's all code and a monthly lease. Even jokes change, can't tease your friend without someone taking offense again. But old Joe said with a grin last week, well, if a laughing's wrong, I'll just be unique. It ain't like it used to be, that's for sure. We had less stuff, but our hearts felt more pure. We talked face to face, not through a machine, and Sunday still meant something serene. Yeah, I miss the slow and the real and the free. It just ain't like it used to be. But I still believe in the good that remains. stories shared by folks who remember and truly care. There's hope in the past and strength in the now. We might bend a little, but we ain't gonna bow, 'cause wisdom's earned and kindness lasts, even if the world's moving way too fast. It ain't like it used to be, that's for sure, but there's still love that's honest and pure. We can teach them slow and live what we mean, be a lighthouse in this digital stream. Yeah, we hold the flame of what used to be, and that's still worth passing on, you see. I met her in church back in '85. She had Sunday eyes and a weekday smile. Said she wanted slow dances, quiet nights. Turns out she meant business flights and office lies. She'd stay late at work, missing dinner again. Said her boss was just a mentor and friend. Funny how perfume started smelling like gin, and her wedding ring spent more time in a drawer than on skin. She said forever meant to Friday night, traded our vows for a view from a penthouse light. While I was mowing lawns and patching up the sink, she was sipping red wine, learning how not to think. But I found peace in the mess she made. Turns out truth grows stronger where the lies once lay. She said forever meant till Friday night. Buddy Carl down the road, same tale, new twist. His wife found soulmates in a therapist list. And there's Jim from the VFW, heart full of grace, 'cause his ex took the dog and still shows up at his place. See, it's not just the cheating that'll break a man down, it's how she'll smile while you drown. But brother, I swear there's a light up ahead. You'll laugh again, even if it's just at the bread you learned to make, 'cause she took the damn toaster. She said forever meant till Friday night, traded our dreams for a boardroom file white. While I was fixing screens and paying off the Jeep, she was wearing lace that I ain't seen in weeks. But I found calm in the storm she spun. Turns out freedom feels like the morning sun. She said forever meant till Friday night. Now I fish more and I drink a little less. I sleep like a log with no lipstick stress. Found an old friend in the mirror I'd lost. Turns out peace ain't free, but she paid the cost. And if you're sitting there thinking, man, that's me, pack your pride, not your grief, get free. Her lies ain't the end, they're just the cue to build a better life with or without I do. She said forever meant till Friday night, but I found truth in the mess and made it right. While she's climbing ladders with a ringless hand, I'm learning to dance to a one-man band. And I thank God for the day she left, 'cause my worst goodbye was my greatest step. She said forever meant till Friday night. So if you're sitting in silence wondering what went wrong, brother, maybe she left, but that don't mean you're gone. I used to come home to dinner for two. Now it's just the hum of the evening news. Her chair's still there, and I still talk like she might just answer from that old porch rock. Neighbors moved, the bar shut down, even the mailbox don't make a sound. Folks online say join a group, get out. Easier said than done when you're full of doubt. But the porch light's still on, Buddy, pull up a chair, ain't no shame in the quiet we share. You bring the stories, I'll pour the rhyme. We'll laugh till the stars fill up the sky. Lonely don't mean you're broken or gone, it just means the porch light's still on. Saw Earl at the VFW just last week. Said his dog passed, hadn't slept in a week. So he started walking just to clear his mind. Now he's got 3 ladies asking for his time. Jerry took up painting at 74. Said hell it beats staring at the kitchen floor. Now he's got sunflowers taped to the fridge and a YouTube channel called Painting with Grizz. Yeah, the porch light's still on. Come shoot the breeze. We'll trade aches, back pills, and old man knees. Heard a joke the other day, made me wheeze. What's gray, grumpy, and sits in trees? Me if I lose the remote again. But laughter, my friend, that's where it begins. And if you're stuck in that chair scrolling late at night, feeling like life's just passing you by, try a coffee club or that old men's walk, or just call that guy from church. Yeah, the one who talks too much, but hell, he's kind. And sometimes that's the rarest kind you'll find. I bought a record player just last month. Been dancing slow with no one but the front. Windows got smudges from where I lean. Guess I still hope she'll wait from that old screen. But you know I ain't bitter and I ain't done. I still chase sunsets, I still wake with the sun. And every day I get to breathe and bend is one more shot to call someone friend. So the porch light's still on and the coffee's hot. We'll talk regrets or not, it's all we got. And maybe, just maybe, by the end of the night we'll feel a little less out of sight. You ain't weak and you ain't wrong, you're just someone the world took too long to slow down for. But man, hang on, the porch light's still on.
Still got your bat from Little League, it's in the shed behind the plow. You cracked your first homer off that thing, I swear I can still hear the crowd. You were 10, I was tired, working late and worn thin. But you lit up when I showed, even if it was in intent. Your mom said I barked too loud that night when you came home with a tattoo. I just saw a boy I didn't recognize, guess that boy didn't see me too. I wanted to guide you, not scare you away. But pride's a wall a man builds when he don't know what to say. But I'm still here, son, gray beard and all. Got your picture in my wallet and your cap in the hall. If you're out there wondering if I ever cared, I kept your room just like it was, your flannel still on the chair. So come on back when you're ready, no matter how long it's been. Old boots and bridges, they can be walked again. Jim from down the road said his girl came back after 10 long years and 1 grandbaby track. He said I just started with, I'm sorry I was wrong. Then we sat on the porch like no time was gone. So I practiced that line with a bottle of Jack. Pour 2 glasses, one for you if you ever came back. My buddy Earl said his son blocked his number over some fight at a Thanksgiving supper. But one day he sent a dumb meme, a raccoon in a suit, and now they talk every Sunday about football and fruit. Sometimes the olive branch ain't poetry or prose, sometimes it's just, hey, you good, that's how healing goes. But I'm still here, son, gray beard and all. Got your picture in my wallet and your cap in the hall. If you're out there wondering if I ever cared, I kept your room just like it was, your flannel still on the chair. So come on back when you're ready, no matter how long it's been. Old boots and bridges, they can be walked again. There's a lot I'd redo if I could rewind the tape. More fishing trips, less lectures, fewer long delays. But being right don't hug you when you're rolling alone, and silence never built a way back home. Yesterday I mailed a note, just a line or two. Still proud of you, son, always been true. If it finds your hands, maybe so will your heart. And maybe this old story gets a new start. 'Cause I'm still here, son, gray beard and all. Got your picture in my wallet and your cap in the hall. If you're out there wondering if I ever cared, I kept your room just like it was, your flannel still on the chair. So come on back when you're ready, no matter how long it's been. Old boots and bridges, they can be walked again. Whatever road you're on, just know this door never locked. Old boots may be worn, but they still walk. Pulled up slow in that old Silverado, same dirt drive, same shade, tree shadow. Mailbox still leaning like it's had a few. And the welcome mat saying, where the hell you been, dude? Been 5 birthdays, 2 missed Thanksgivings. Texted one, said I called but didn't. But Dad never changed the lock or the tone. He just kept the porch swept and the lights on. Yeah, I still got a key and a seat at the table, a lumpy old couch and a hug when I'm able. He'll crack a cold root beer, won't say much, but his eyes will do all the emotional stuff. I've seen the world, but it's plain to see the best part of me still lives down this street. Yeah, I still got a key, and it still fits. He's out back fixing that busted fence, talking to squirrels like they're old friends. Yells out, you finally found your way. I said GPS still sucks, but yeah, today. He didn't ask why I took so long, just handed me a wrench and said, come on. Sometimes love don't come with speeches, just chores and half-burnt grilled cheese. Yeah, I still got a key and a garage full of stuff. Dad's got 10 rakes, but still borrows my tough luck. My room smells like cedar in an old ball cap, and he finally replaced that squeaky nap trap. I've been gone, but I never did flee. I just needed space to become me. But I still got a key, and I still belong. Gone now, but her laugh still lingers, and every spoon in the cookie jar fingers. He keeps her chair like a little shrine and dusts it off like she might stop by. We sat up late talking about dumb old stuff, like my mohawk phase and middle school crush. We laughed so hard the dog barked twice. Then he said, son, you're looking alright. I brought him a gift from Idaho, a singing trout in a box with a bow. He said, son, that's the ugliest thing I've seen. Then mounted it proudly above the TV screen. We argued about movies and who snores louder. Ended the night covered in chips and powder. Yeah, I still got a key, and I'm glad I came back to this creaky old house and Dad's wisecrack. We might not hug, but he pats my back and leaves tools out like it's a welcome back snack. You can chase the world, but eventually you'll miss bad coffee and cornflake peace. And you'll find that key still where it used to be. We ain't perfect, but who the heck is? He raised me with duct tape and Dad with bliss. Ain't about fixing every old scar, it's about showing up and being who you are.
Yeah, I still got a key and it still turns right. Same old door, same porch light. He don't ask questions, he don't need reasons. He just makes eggs and forgets the seasons. I wandered far, but home found me in a man with laugh lines and extra sweet tea. Yeah, I still got a key, and I always will. So if you're out there thinking too much time's gone, just know the porch is wide and the coffee's on. You ain't too late, you ain't too far, as long as that key still fits who you are.
My son came by with a pamphlet in hand. Said, Dad, this place has a boxe chord and a rock band. I laughed so hard, nearly spilled my tea. Told him, son, they can keep their luxury, 'cause I got creaky floors and a leaky shed. But this old place still holds my late wife's bread. And the oak tree out front, it's older than me. I ain't letting go that easily. No, I ain't moving out just 'cause I'm gray. I still mow my lawn and I like it that way. Got a neighbor named Joe, brings soup in the snow, and a porch where I sit when the day's running slow. Might walk a bit slower, but I ain't alone. This old porch still feels like home. Now Martha down the road, she hired a gal to help with the laundry and feed her old pal. He said, ain't shame in asking for aid, better here than stuck in a bingo parade. I got rails in the shower and a chair that lifts. I even learned how to order my pills with a click. The tech took some learning, but my grandson showed me. He said, just tap your gramps, not your whole damn screen. No, I ain't moving out just 'cause I'm gray. I still mow my lawn and I like it that way. Got a neighbor named Joe, brings soup in the snow, and a porch where I sit when the day's running slow. Might walk a bit slower, but I ain't alone. This old porch still feels like home. Now Ed went off to Sunset Creek, said the food was soft and the nurses were sweet. But last month he called, said, I wish I stayed put. I miss my garage and my old busted foot. We laughed till we cried, then I sent him a pie, the one with pecans. He said, Lord, I could die. It ain't just a house, it's a patchwork of years of coffee and quiet and heart-healing tears. No, I ain't moving out just 'cause I'm gray. I still mow my lawn and I like it that way. Got a neighbor named Joe, brings soup in the snow, and a porch where I sit when the day's running slow. Might walk a bit slower, but I ain't alone. This old porch still feels like home. So if you're sitting there wondering which way to go, ask your gut, not just a TV show. You got rights, you got roots, you got memories deep. You ain't done living just 'cause you need more sleep. Get help if you need it, but make sure it's yours. Whether it's a condo, a cabin, or them old creaking doors. No, I ain't moving out just 'cause I'm gray. I still plant my beans every March, come with May. Got a neighbor named Joe, brings soup in the snow, and a porch where I sit when the twilight gets low. I've lived, I've loved, and I've grown, and this old porch still feels like home. Yeah, this porch knows my story, and I ain't done telling it yet.
They said, come on, Earl, we're heading to town. There's cold beer, loud bands, and girls still around. But I looked at old Duke snoozing there on the rug, with his one floppy ear and a heart full of love. I smiled and said, boys, y'all gonna make some noise. But I already got me the best kind of joy, 'cause these days I like slow over loud, a full moon over a rowdy crowd, while they chase memories down neon streets. I'm out back throwing sticks by the maple tree. No drama, no games, just tail wags and peace. That's a good life now, simple and sweet. It's just me, my dog, and a quiet night, a little old porch and the stars shining bright. I've danced with regret, I've drank with pain, but I traded it in for this gentle lane. No need to pretend, no mask to wear, just pause on the porch and cool country air. Yeah, I used to chase more, now I hold tight to me, my dog, and a quiet night. Now don't get me wrong, I've had my wild days, whiskey-fueled stories, bar fights and plays. I had the love and I lost it too. Wore a ring once till she said we were through. And after that, well, the world got loud, so I found solace where barks beat crowds. Met a fella once around 73, said his best friend's a lab named Whiskey. He said, I don't miss parties, I don't miss the chase, just miss my wife's laugh and her sweet embrace. But even he said, son, there's magic still in a dog's quiet love and a windowsill. It's just me, my dog, and a quiet night, a little old porch and the stars shining bright. I've danced with regret, I've drank with pain, but I traded it in for this gentle lane. No need to pretend, no mask to wear, just pause on the porch and cool country air. Yeah, I used to chase more, now I hold tight to me, my dog, and a quiet night. I heard a young man once ask with doubt, is it odd that I'd rather just sit this one out? Said his pup gave him all he could need, no lies, no noise, no social fatigue. We ain't broken, we're just finally free of the noise, the games, the need to please. There's an old-timer south of Tennessee, brews coffee each dawn with his dog at his knee. Said peace don't come from fast or loud, it's in morning dew and a sky unclouded. And I felt that deep in these old bones, I'm never more alive than right here at home. It's just me, my dog, and a quiet night, a little old porch and the stars shining bright. I've danced with regret, I've drank with pain, but I traded it in for this gentle lane. No need to pretend, no mask to wear, just pause on the porch and cool country air. Yeah, I used to chase more, now I hold tight to me, my dog, and a quiet. So if you're feeling worn or a little bit lost and the world feels too loud or too high a cost, know this, my friend, you ain't alone. There's a peace that waits right there at home. Maybe all you need's a good dog and some light to walk you through the hush of a sweet, sweet night.
I tried cooking her chili last Thursday night, set off the smoke alarm, gave the dog a fright. I can hear her say, Lord, you need a wife, then laugh so hard she'd spill her Sprite. She had that sparkle, could roast me sweet, said I danced like a penguin with 2 left feet. Now I'm waltzing solo in the living room, still keep her photo right by the broom. She'd laugh at me now, but I know she'd be proud of this man making coffee, talking way too loud. She'd say, you're doing fine even with that shirt. Still wear her apron when I'm digging in dirt. I don't cry much, don't wear a frown, 'cause she'd laugh at me now. I talked to the plants like she used to do, gave them all names, one's even called Sue. I watched her favorite show, got hooked myself, even bought those weird teas she kept on the shelf. And that neighbor Marlene keeps trying her luck, brought me banana bread. I said thanks, then ducked. Not that I'm closed off, just not quite there. Plus Marlene wears perfume that's way too rare. She laugh at me now, but I know she'd be proud of this man making chili that could scare a crowd. She'd say, you're doing fine even with that hat, still mowing the lawn with the cat on my lap. I don't dwell much, don't break down, 'cause she'd laugh at me now. I still hear her humming on Saturday morns, still catch her wink
drink when the coffee's warm. Life moves on and I ride that wave. Still talk to her every time I shave. She'd laugh at me now and I laugh right back. Took me a year just to iron a stack. She'd say, "You're doing fine even with those socks." Still wear a mismatch when I'm out on walks. I don't grieve much, I wear her crown. Yeah, she laugh at me now. She always said life's too short to pout. So I smile, I live, I plant, I dance, because she would've wanted that. And she'd laugh at me now. Coffee pot still brews at 6 like you liked it, love. I still hum your song while I'm feeding the dove. Your robe's still hanging on the back of that chair, and I swear sometimes I catch your scent in the air. We used to laugh till we cried watching reruns of 10. You'd burn the toast, I'd eat it, and we'd do it again. Now these nights feel quiet, a bit too wide, but I keep your side warm just in case you slide by. I still set the table for two. Talk to your picture like you're coming home soon. I've tried to move on, Lord knows I tried, but your laugh still echoing deep inside. There's a love you don't just redo. So I still set the table for two. Jim down at church says I ought to go dance. Met a lady named Ruth, nice gal, wears plants. We had coffee once, but it just felt wrong. She don't argue politics or sing our song. And my buddy Carl met his match online, says it's never too late. He's 85, but I ain't looking for sparks in a dating app. I miss Sunday naps, and you don't forget your cat. I still set the table for two. Talk to your picture like you're coming home soon. I've tried to move on, Lord knows I tried, but your laugh still echoing deep inside. There's a love you don't just redo. So I still set the table for two. Remember the porch swings in June. You made sun tea, I'd whistle a tune. We fought like cats, but we loved like fire. You once threw a pie and I ducked just in time. Still got your gardening gloves by the shed. Still whisper goodnight when I head to bed. And I know someday I'll see you again, but for now I'll keep setting your place, my friend. I still set the table for two. Talk to your picture like you're coming home soon. I've tried to move on, Lord knows I tried, but your laugh still echoing deep inside. There's a love you don't just redo. So I still set the table for two. Some folks say grief fades with time. Maybe the love, that's a whole different story. So if you're out there missing someone too, you're not alone. Set the table, remember the love, and smile. He always had a streak of wandering bold, barefoot in spring, fearless and cold. Ran off at 18 with a truck full of plans. Left a dent in my mower and my favorite pan. Didn't slam the door, just grinned and said, "Don't wait up, Pops, I'll call instead." The call came late, like 3 years late, but hey, he's mine.
stubborn's our trait. My door's still open, the hinges might squeak, but it swings wide easy every day of the week. The fridge is stocked, I got lawn chairs for two and a 6-pack of root beer waiting on you. You might be grown and wild and free, but this old house still sets your seat. Yeah, my door's still open, always will be. He tried New York, then a boat in Maine. Texted me once from a rooftop in Spain. Said, Dad, I finally saw snow in July. I just laughed and sent back, I hope you didn't die. I missed some Thanksgivings, but I ain't mad. He got my charm and his mama's bad math. His buddy drove by last week and said, your boy's still talking about your cornbread. My door's still open, the grill's still hot, the game's on mute and I saved you a spot. The fishing pole's tangled, the hammock's a mess, but the backyard's waiting if you need a rest. You ain't got to knock or text or plead, just turn the knob, come back to me. Yeah, my door's still open, always will be. Kept your boots though the dog chewed one, hung your license plate right under my gun. Found that poem you wrote at age 9. Dad is grumpy but mostly fine. I chuckled and taped it up on the fridge next to the photo of you on the bridge. It ain't about distance, years or pride, it's about knowing your roots still got a side. I tried to mail you a care box last fall, filled it with socks and hot sauce and all. Wrote Dad's emergency burrito kit and forgot the stamps, ain't that legit? Your sister said you laughed till you cried, guess old man still got jokes on the side. Yeah, my door's still open, the coffee's fresh brewed, got pancakes on standby and bacon too. Your room's got new sheets, not floral this time. Your mom finally let me pick the design. You can bring your dog, your wife, or just be whatever you need. You still got me, and my door's still open, always will be. Some dads hold grudges, some play tough. Me, I just wait and bake too much stuff. You'll never be too far, too grown to not be welcome in your first home. So my door's still open, the porch lights on, the same old song on the wind chimes hums. The swing still squeaks, but it holds just fine, and your seat at the table still by mine. You can show up loud or quietly, doesn't matter, boy, you're always family. Yeah, my door's still open, always will be. Ain't no big speech, no need for fanfare, just a hug and a plate and a creaky chair. Cause love don't leave and dads don't flee, we just wait a while with biscuits and tea. Saw my buddy Hank down in Miller's Feet. Same jeans, same grin, same patched up knees. He said, how's the missus? I said, she's fine, though she talks to the cat more than me sometimes. He laughed so hard he spilled his sweet tea, then leaned on his cane and looked over at me. He said, you ever feel like the world sped up? We were top dogs once, now we're just trying to keep up. But this old truck still runs, might need a jump. Got a few more dings, but I ain't no chump. I still love deep and work with pride. Still holler at the TV when my team's on the slide. Might creak a little when I rise with the sun, but don't ride me off, son. This old truck still runs. We sat on hay bales out back of the store, trading fish tails and old football scores. Told him last week I forgot my own phone number. He said that's okay, I once called my ex-wife plumber. He said his grandkids think he's ancient slow, till he beat them at checkers 3 games in a row. I said these kids don't know we were wild and bold. He said now I get wild if I pee in the cold. But this old truck still runs, might stall in the rain. Got some scars on the frame, but I don't complain. Still know how to dance when the jukebox hums. Still chase my dreams, even if I walk not run. I say I'm past my prime, I say I'm just having fun. Yeah, don't count me out, this old truck still runs.
Got a drawer full of pills and a calendar full of doctor appointments that overstay their pull. But I also got time for stories and songs and people who need me when things go wrong. Said I miss the road trips and long nights chased. The fire you feel when you find your place. I said that fire don't die, it just burns down low, but you feed it with meaning and it'll still glow. Then I told him I'm learning guitar these days, singing Johnny Cash in my own backyard haze. He slapped his knee, said you're never too late. I said heck no, I got decades to create. Cause this old truck still runs. Might cough when it starts, but it'll still carry hope. Wisdom and heart still show up for family. Still lend a hand, still crack a joke. Only grandpas understand we ain't done driving till the long road's done. And brother, believe me, this old truck still runs. The silver-haired rebels with fire in their eyes. We ain't breaking down, we just take longer turns. Still got rubber on the tires and lessons to learn. So if you're wondering if your best days are gone, buddy, keep rolling. This old truck rolls on.
Jimmy down by Crooked Pine Lake, he had the same old tackle box and a half-bent steak. Said let's cast a few, see what bites today. I said sure beats scrolling our lives away. We didn't catch much, but that ain't the point. We talked about backs and bad knees out of joint. He said used to haul logs, now I haul grandkids. I said used to chase women, now I chase my meds. But we keep throwing lines in the water, keep hoping for one good day after another. We got stories that stretch farther than the bay. Some full of love, some drifted away. But there's peace in this stillness, enjoying the fight. We're older, not over, we still got bites. So we cast out our dreams like sons and daughters and keep throwing lines in the water. He said, you know what's strange? I miss the noise of little feet running and broken toys. The quiet hits harder than I ever guessed. I nodded, yeah, silence don't let you rest. But we both agreed that we wouldn't rewind, cause even the tough parts taught us to find how to dance with the pain and walk through regret, and how to forgive what we can't forget. Still throwing lines in the water, still learning how to love a little softer. Still laugh at the dumb things we used to do. Still mourn those we lost, still breaking too. But we glue it back with grit and prayer, with second cups of coffee and rocking chairs. Ain't trying to be young, just truer and smarter as we throw these lines in the water. Said my boy thinks I'm outdated and slow, but I've seen 4 wars and 2 rodeos. I said, tell him wisdom ain't found in a screen, it's found in heartbreak, hard work, and everything in between. The sun started setting in a blaze of gold. We both sat quiet, just letting it unfold. I said, Jim, if this is what growing old means, then I'll take it. The rust, the soul, and the seams. He grinned and reeled in one final cast. Said, ain't about how long, it's about making it last. So we keep throwing lines in the water, each cast a prayer to the great life author. Still got some love, still got some flaws. Still thank the Lord with our wrinkled paws. We ain't just drifting, we're going deep in a world that's shallow and always on beat. We're the slow burn men, the time-honored plotters, still throwing lines in the water. Don't matter if you're reeling big or small, counts is you showed up and cast it all.
Me and Walt on his front porch swing, rocking side to side like it don't mean a thing. He's got a toothpick hanging off his grin, says life's slower now, but I still win. We got sweet tea, dogs at our feet, and a pie's daughter made that's dangerously sweet. Talking about women, lawn chairs and knees, and how you can pull a muscle just trying to sneeze. He said, remember when we fixed your shit? Ended up drinking beer and painting it red. I said, yup, and my wife still rolls her eyes. He said, that's love, boy, otherwise we be eating flies. He's got a truck from 92 still running, smells like oil, and she ain't stunning, but she gets me where I gotta go. I said, sounds like us, and he said, you know, we're doing just fine in the slow lane ride. Got stories for days and nothing to hide. Life gets better when you stop the parade and sit a while with some porch talk and lemonade. We still chase laughs like kids in the park, still light up when the sunsets start. Ain't trying to impress, we just let joy invade right here in the breeze with porch talk and lemonade. Walt says I walk a dog more than I should, not cause she needs it, just cause it feels good to me. I've got a garden and I sing to my beans. Might sound crazy, but they grow like queens. We ain't got deadlines, don't need alarms, just a good breeze and mosquito balm. He said, you ever think we made it, friend? I said, this is it, let's do it again. Yeah, we're doing just fine, and our wrinkled skin still sharp as a tack with a goofy grin. We got time for folks and time to pray, time to tell jokes that scare the Blue Jays. We still play checkers, still cheat a bit, still laugh so hard that we almost split. Ain't no hurry, no bills unpaid, just us and the good stuff, porch talking lemonade. Some folks chase miles, some chase gold. We chase the breeze and stories retold. Not cause we're stuck, now we chose this pace, cause peace has a way of showing its face. So we're doing just fine right where we are, making ordinary days feel like a star, with belly laughs and tales, homemade and sticky sweet sips of porch talk and lemonade. Still got dreams, still got time, still got front row seats to the sweet sunshine. If you're ever feeling worn or afraid, come sit with us for porch talk and lemonade. Bring your own chair, we don't share well afternoon. Well, the wind took down my old front gate, so I grabbed my tools and a coffee crate. Then this young buck showed up with a smile, said, need a hand? I said, stay a while. He's got earbuds in, I got hearing aids. He's wearing sneakers, I got grass-stained J's. I said, boy, grab that post and hold it tight. He said, dang, you're strong for whatever your age is, right?
He cracked a grin and passed me a nail, said, back in my day, this fence never failed. I said, now it's apps and screens where I hang. He said, no app can fix a gate that hangs. We talked about love and the way things shift, how time moves fast and knees go stiff. He said, you learn most stuff when plans go south. I said, you sure you ain't just making this up out your mouth? We're just fixing fences, talking about life, sharing bad jokes and passing time right. He's got stories, I've got questions to spare. He's got patience, I've got a folding chair. The nails go in and the world slows down. We're building more than wood in this little hometown, from different lanes, but we both arrive just fixing fences and feeling alive.
He asked me, ever been scared to fail? I said, son, fear and I are pen pals through mail, but I learned long ago to swing the bat, even if the ball don't swing back.
I told him sometimes I just feel lost, like I'm stuck in gear and I can't defrost. He said, son, being stuck just means you're still in the game. Keep moving your feet, that's how you make your name. We're just fixing fences, learning as we go, holding up planks and truths we didn't know. He's got calloused hands, I got soft skin, but we both
sun's dropping low, but we ain't done. Fence stands tall and so does our fun. He said, next time we fix your shed. I said, sure, if you bring snacks and use your head.
We're just fixing fences, crossing old and new, building bridges with timber and a shared view. He brings the speed, I bring the slow, but we both bring heart and room to grow. This ain't just wood, it's a thread we tie in a world that forgets how to look eye to eye. So if you ask what keeps us alive, it's fixing fences side by side.
You still owe me $5 for that bent hammer.
I thought wisdom was free, old man.
It is tools, ain't?
That old boat's been sitting out behind the shed since your high school days when you up and left. I saw you step out with coffee in hand, said thought maybe we'd give her one more stand. You rolled your eyes like you always do, said that thing still floats. I said it might with you, so we grabbed the sander and a can of paint. And just like that, the silence ain't what it ain't. I said, man, this deck's rougher than my last day. He laughed, he always did learn things too late. But his tone was soft and his hands were sure as he patched that hull like he patched me before. He said, this boat ain't just wood and nails, it's fishing trips and wind and sails. And the time you cried when you missed that base, I said, I was 6, cut me some slack. We're fixing the boat, but it's more than that. It's memories floating in a hull that's cracked. He's got wisdom, I bring my doubt, but we meet in the middle and work it out. Just a Saturday job or so it seems, but it's oil and rope and mended dreams. With each brush stroke and each loose bolt spun, we're fixing the boat and father and son. He asked, you miss the lake much, Dad? I said, son, more than I knew I had. And I miss you sitting right by my side with a crooked smile and your stubborn pride.
I said I thought I had to go be big. He said sometimes peace don't need a gig. And if you ever feel like you're losing track, you can always find your way back.
We're fixing the boat, but it's deeper still. His trust repaired with every drill. He's got gray in his beard, I've got scars on my skin, but we laugh like we both did way back when. It ain't about water or reeling things in, it's about where we've been and what's within. The lake can wait, this work is the fun. We're fixing the boat, and father and son. Just think we'll get her running by the 4th of July.
If your mother don't steal the gas, we might.
Son, you think I've done alright so far?
Son, you've always been my favorite star.
We're fixing the boat, but we're really just us, two men with stories and a bond to trust. We ain't rushing, no race to win, just sandpaper truth and a slight tailwind. It ain't just a vessel, it's where we begin, with coffee dust and that old grin. If you ever feel like you're coming undone, come fix the boat with your father, my son. If we actually get this thing to float, you're buying lunch. Only if you finally teach me how to tie a proper knot. Fair trade.
You called last week and said the attic's a mess. I do it myself, but my knees protest. I figured you just wanted help with the load, but you handed me a box marked 1984. Dust flew up and I gave a sneeze. You said, bless you, boy, now grab those keys. We cracked it open, found my baby shoes and a photo of mom rocking sky blue boots.
You held up an old cassette with my name on the side, said, what's this? I said, your first cry caught live. Then you found your report card with all those C's. Said, bet you weren't too proud of these. I said, grades don't matter near as much as grit. You stumbled, sure, but you never quit. And you grinned like I just tossed down a sword. Then found your old Nerf gun and said, I adored this more than chords. We're up in the attic, digging through years, blowing off dust and shedding light on tears. There's a ticket stub, a trophy, and that broken RC plane. But more than the junk, it's the stories that remain. Laughed till we cried, sneezed through the rust. Talked about life, old faith and trust. Just two grown men in a box full of fun. We're cleaning the attic, father and son.
I found a note Mom wrote dated 92. Said, honey, don't forget the milk and I love you. You smiled soft and stared at the page like you saw her there, just younger with age. You said she'd be proud of you, that's for sure. Even when you borrowed cash and never returned. I laughed, I was broke at 17. You said, and I was patient with caffeine.
We're up in the attic, sorting what's left of 1,000 moments we never second-guessed. Old yearbooks, belts, and a tie I never wore. You said some things matter and some hit the floor, but this here time and this here dust reminds me what's sacred, what's built on trust. It ain't just spring cleaning or boxes of fun. We're cleaning the attic, father and son. You've done some things different, Dad.
Sure, but the best part, I gotta raise you, and it ain't half bad.
Think I'll ever get this life thing right?
If you're showing up, you're already in the fight.
We're up in the attic, but really we're here to sweep out the doubt and bring in the clear. I saw you not just as dad, but a man with a past. And you saw me as more than a kid with sass. We boxed up the junk, kept the gold and the grace, and we found some peace in that cluttered space. A couple of dudes just wrapping up fun. We're cleaning the attic, father and son.
You sure you don't want to throw out that lava lamp?
That lava lamp survived 4 breakups and disco.